Good morning and welcome to Nigel's Wicked Workouts. It's a Thursday and is it Thursday? Yep, it's Thursday in January. That means it's time to do a core workout. So find yourself a mat on the floor and pop yourself down on the back and let's get moving with it. So we're going to start with a dead bug to begin with. Now, as always, we're looking for that gap into the lower back. So just that little arch here that you can maybe rest some raspberries into. Put the legs up and then the hands up. Pull the belly button into the spine and then breathe behind the bracing. Alternate limbs, extend, hold, and back. So you've got that little hover just off the floor. Hover and back. And again. Two more. Last time. Good. Side plank, please. Straight into the oblique movement. I'm going to go from the feet. Why don't you give it a try? Brace your abdominals, lift yourself up, and then hold. That's the position we're looking for. Pull the belly button in. We're still braced. We're still nice and tight. Hold that position. Brace it. Brace it. Give it a little poke if you want to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. And elevate, lift, hold. There we go. The beautiful advantage of this is if you do any sports that require a twist, strengthening up the stabilizer, this oblique, enables you to generate more force and power in twisting-based exercises. So if you're a baseball player or a golfer, 3, 2, 1, and down. Onto your back again. Hands go up, alternating limbs. 3, 2, 1, extend. And back, and again. One more. And down. Okay, back into the oblique. Fold the mat. One more fold. You can go to your knees if you wish. I like to keep my top foot in front of my bottom foot. Up, hold, and brace, and breathe behind the brace. Come on, oblique. This is brace working. Hold it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Over, change over. Elbow in. 3, 2, 1. Elevate, hold, brace. Make it solid. You don't have to punch yourself. That's just me. Hold it, hold it. Come on, come on, come on. Fight for it, fight for it. Brace it, strong, strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Back down again. Last time for your dead bug. Just get that beautiful gap. Hands go up. 3, 2, 1. Slower. Hold and retract. Hold. Retract. You're braced and you're breathing. Retract again. One more. Wonderful. Last set of obliques. 3, 2, 1. Elevate and hold. Stay with it. Stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. Come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Down, change it over. Brace. 3, 2, 1. Up, hold. Come on, stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Onto your fronts, please. Okay, we've got a full Superman to do here. So alternating limbs. As the lower body lifts off, you've got to just try and get your thigh off. And then the alternating arm goes up in the air as well. So if you can see me from an angle, up and down. Keep your forehead down. So we're going to alternate sides. And we're going to aim 12, not aim, we're going to do 12 in total. 3, 2, 1. Up and down. One more. Good. Okay, high plank with a shoulder tap. So, high plank just up here, feet super wide, and then alternate sides for the shoulder tap. One more. And down. Back into the Superman, please. 3, 2, 1, elevate, and down. Good. Back up. Hold that high plank, please. Feet apart, back flat. Tap and tap. The goal here is as you tap that there's no shape to the hips. So drive your feet into the floor and then use those obliques to counter the rotation. 2 more. Last time. And down. Arms out, 2 fists, 2 thumbs. Aiming for the alternating Superman. 3, 2, 1, and down. One more. And down. Last time with that high plank to a shoulder tap, I'm going to take my feet nice and wide. Hold position. Control. One more. Whew. And down. Okay, next 2 movements. We've got a bird dog, and we're going to superset that with cat-cow. The advantage of the cat-cow is it creates a vacuum to the abdominals. So as you breathe out and squeeze it all together, it contracts your TVA, transverse abdominis muscle. So it's a contraction of that muscle around your core. Okay, starting with your bird dog. Brace your core. And again, I'm just going to illustrate this with a stick, just to give you a little reminder. There we go. So I've got my stick across the back, and you can now visually see what happens to my hips. So as I extend, my goal is to ensure that there is absolutely no movement to that stick. You can use a water bottle. I like a water bottle because your goal is to minimize the sloshing effect, so there's no noise. Two more. One more. Wonderful. And down. Okay, still in the all fours position. So we breathe out and give a gigantic cat on the way up. And down. And again. Breathing in. Make the stomach big and exhale. Last time. Good. Okay, alternating limbs. 3, 2, 1. One more, please. Wonderful. Cat-cow. Get ready. Nice big cat on the way up. Suck the stomach in. Breathe in. And again. And in. Last time. Big deep breath out. Okay, on the last bird dog, we're going to do fewer repetitions, but we're going to do it way slower with a hold at the top of the movement. So brace the core. Very slowly release the hand and the knee. Elevate and then stretch and hold. Hold, hold. Brace, brace. Slowly return. That's it. Ultra slow, ultra controlled. Change. It's that transition. Hold, 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 hold. Bring your focus and your concentration into what's going on with your hips. Trying to make sure that the hips don't twist in any way. Reach, stretch, elongate, and return. Hold, 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 hold. Control down, nice and steady. Last time. And down. Good, last step, cat-cows, 3, 2, 1, go. Big deep breath out. Last time. And down. Lie down on your back. Okay, we've got some lower abdominal work to do here. The first set, I just want you to just place your hand into the lower back. Feel that lumbar curvature. Place your other hand on the stomach. Your goal here is that you don't push up or down. You keep the core solid and still. Pull the belly button in. So we're just going to lift one foot up and down. Same foot. Now as it goes down, we'll just tap the heel to the floor. Breathing behind the bracing. Pulling everything in. So your hand that's on the floor is not aware that there's any movement. So you shouldn't feel, the lower back should stay exactly where it is. Change. And down. And again. And down. Two more. Last time. Good. So the purpose of that first one is just to set that core nice and still. So now we want to take the knees up into the air, put your hand into the lower back again, get that gap, and we're going to alternate heels that tap. We go down, tap, and back, change. Lots of control. Nice and strong. That's it. Fight for control. Two more. Last time. And down. Give it a big stretch, stretch, stretch. Open the abdominal wall. Wonderful. Okay, next progression along. Third progression. Take the knees up into the air. Make sure you've got that gap in the lower back. Now we do a full extension of one leg. Change. Slow. Slow it down. Core coordination, core control. You can go back to the last level if you're starting fatigue. 4 more. 4, 3. Good. 2. Last one. Come on. Down. Stretch. 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 Good. I want you to stay where you are. Take your legs down flat, take your arms down flat, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So we're going to swiftly transition from your core into nimbly bimbly. But we're just going to spend a few moments at the beginning of the stretch to focus on releasing the body. So in your flat position on your back, I want you to take your fingers and place them on your abdomen. So your fingers, the ends of your fingers are touching. I'd like to start by taking some beautiful, big, deep breaths into your diaphragm. As you do that, your fingertips part. Breathe out and they touch. Breathe in. And they go apart. Out and they touch. Again. Keep breathing. Wonderful. So, stretch up, nice and tall, push your toes away, reach up with your hands. Imagine each segment of your spine is separating ever so slightly. Reach over, grab your knee, and pull that knee into your chest. Good. Tease that knee up a little bit. Nice big stretch. Bend the other knee, place the ankle on the top of the knee. We'll go for a stretch on the outside of this hip. Thread the arms through. There we go. And I'm using this elbow just to push that knee away a little bit. Get a nice stretch on the outside of that right hip. If you want to, you can reach through a little bit further and grab hold of the knee, just to increase the intensity of that stretch a little bit further, if you want to. And continue that wonderful breathing. Remember what that breathing felt like as you were lying on your back. Into the diaphragm. And out. These beautiful long stretches, taking their time to release these tight joints and tissues. Keep the ankle where it is. Release your grip. Allow the foot to go down. So we're going to do the glute stretch, the rotational stretch with the ankle in this position. Fit the arm across, and then just encourage the entire process across. Beautiful. Different stretch. So we're going to spend a couple of minutes here I want you to be really focused on bringing that breathing into your diaphragm. With the ankle on the knee, you should be getting an almighty stretch around this glute. Just gently encouraging and teasing that knee over. If you're not feeling too much of a stretch, you can pull on the knee gently, very gently. Three, two, one. And release. Good. Place that leg down nice and flat. Grip a hold of the opposing knee. Whoa. And start pulling. Get a nice stretch going through that hamstring. And right now we can hear, you might be able to hear snow removal occurring. Tease that knee up a little bit more. There we go. Good. Foot goes flat. Ankle goes on the knee. Give it a bit of a push first. And you have two choices. You can wrap your hands around the hamstring, or you can go for your shin. I'm doing hamstring. It's enough. My left is always a bit tighter than my right. I'm doing this movement. And breathe. I'm going to use my elbow to push on that leg a little bit more. And down. Good. So arm goes wide. Just slowly let the process fall down. There we go. You've got it. Breathe again, please. And again. and release. Oof. Okay, feet go nice and flat, and take your feet wide. So we're going to do some internal rotation to the hip now. Hands both nice and wide. And we're slowly going to let both knees roll down to one side, and then change. And you're actively pushing the inside knee down. And again, change. Push down. And down. And down. One more. Good. Okay. Onto your side, and then slowly push yourself up into a seated position. So we're going to fold your mat now, put your knee on it. Over and over, and the knees go on the mat. Foot goes in front. So we're going to be doing some active releasing through the hip flexor and through the quad. And the first movement that we do is nice and simple. We just ease it forward and back, with the objective of keeping your chest nice and upright. Now, if you're a bit wonky, you can use the stick for a bit of support, just so you feel like you can sink into it, and down, and again, and back. Good. Now, I'm going to show you from the front. Stay where you are. For the next 5, I want you to turn that back foot in. So it changes the emphasis of the stretch. Try and square your hips up and then move forward. One more. Good. Straighten that back out. Now this time, as you move the hip forward, this arm is going to go up. So this is stretching an entire line of fascia. One more. Same movement with the arm, but now turn that foot in. Something's occurring. One more. Change sides. It's a bit rough on my knee, but I'll fold that over. There we go. So nice and straight. Line nice and straight, yeah. 4. Oh, this side's tight. One more. Good. Turn the foot. Foot forward. There we go. Stretch through here. Now, straighten the leg out, the back foot. The arm goes up. Wow, there we go. Just through here. That's the ticket. Now use your breathing. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more. Last time. Turn that foot. Last time. Beautiful. Good work. Park your bum on the floor. So, give those knees a bit of a shake down, please. Let's do some grind work first. So we've done a ton of hip work, hip flexor work at the front of the hips. Soles of the feet go together. Oh, we get a wonderful, big groin stretch. Just that might be an almighty stretch as it is. So let's just let gravity do its work. and I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm learning. So I'm taking a certification called Hypertrophy Basics from an education provider called DTS, Derby Training Systems. And it's a wonder to me these days. The quality of education for personal trainers is so good compared to how it was 10 years ago. 20 years ago, we got nothing. Everything the personal trainers learned was from the world of athletic training. And so everything was for athletes. So most personal trainers knew how to train athletes, but not real people. Whereas now, you have these wonderful educational providers that are providing educational programs for real people. And so, whereas before you had to decipher the information and take what you needed and throw away a lot of useless stuff, now we have whole courses that are for the general population, which is fabulous because that's what personal trainers do. I don't train athletes, maybe a golfer here or there, but the people I train are real normal people. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, fantastic. We're going to do some fantastic hamstring stretching first. As we first go into the stretch, we go down just gently, 4 or 5 out of 10 for the level of intensity on this hamstring. Be super gentle. Use your breathing, keep your chest up. I'm going to spend a few minutes doing this. So for a few $1,000s, you could be highly educated these days. $10,000, you could be a really good personal trainer. Whereas 10 years ago, it was impossible. It just took a lot of certifications and time. So the one certification that I decided to take, it's really to get, I thought to myself, I'll just take it because I need some certifications, some credits for certification. And I was like, this will be a quick online course just to get my credits. It's the basics of building muscle fiber. And I thought to myself, I know all that. I could just do the course and then just get my credits. I don't care. I don't need to learn anything. My ego was jumping in there. And so surprisingly enough, in the last 10 years since I took a basics course, there's been a lot of research. Who knew? A lot of things I thought were solid information have all changed. Research has occurred and we've changed our knowledge and understanding of how things occur. Or maybe they've repackaged it in a way that the layman can understand as a personal trainer, not as a sports scientist, because a lot of courses I've taken before were for degree level sports scientists that wasn't applicable to what I was doing. Now, I want you to reach hold of that foot if you can, or if not, just pull that toe towards you. So now we're starting to get into that calf behind the knee probably as well. And so a few of the things that I've learned, a lot of it was reconfirming information that I knew. But there was a concept in it to do with stretching and building muscle. And it stated, and research shows, that you cannot build muscle without a stretch protocol. So muscle, if you are just constantly doing resistance training, trying to make a muscle stronger, but you are not opening up the fascia and the sheath surrounding it, there's nothing that can occur on the inside of the muscle fiber. So you cannot make the muscle denser. It's interesting. 3, 2, 1, and release back. Just circle that ankle a couple of times. Now with this hand on the leg, I want you to start reaching that through the other way. So now we're going to get some back stretches. Now this hand here, we're going to reach over. Oh my word, that didn't go very well. Whoa. Here it is. Breathe. Push that way, reach that way. Push, reach. And then release. And again. Whoa. Reach over. Breathe. And release. Again. Goes a little bit further each time. And back. Again, an almighty stretch on the back of this hip and your QL, quadratus lumborum. Let's go again. Push, reach. With each one, you should see that I'm probably going a little bit further. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. We're going to do one last one this direction. Here we go. Reach. And back. So now we've stretched off a line of fascia that goes from this hip. When we go back down into this hamstring stretch, you should notice that the hamstring line of fascia has released itself. We can now reach even further with this hand. It's a miracle. Maybe not. Science. We released a spiral line of fascia that goes from my right hip down through this left hamstring. So as I stretch something up here, it releases something down here. Marvelous, isn't it? Stole it from yoga. Found out how it works with science, and now I'm giving it to you. There we go. And breathing. So now, as we've released this back hip, you should, all manner of wondrous things should be occurring now in this hamstring, and this calf, behind the knee. You can even pull the foot up a little bit. Oh, I can now get the whole of my hand on the sole of my foot, which I wasn't able to do before. We're slowly going to come out. Hands back. Oh, bang that hamstring a couple of times. Get some blood into it. Change over. Good. So I have a theory that 10 years ago, the average fitness building, studio, 90% of fitness facilities were closed within 12 months. And I have a theory that it was lack of education by personal trainers. They just didn't know how to keep their clients, didn't know where to get good information from, or how to improve the quality of what they did. So you fast forward 10 years and it's the industry has completely changed. I've been successfully open now for 5 years and things are going tickety-boo, even through a pandemic. And I see little businesses opening up everywhere. This little boutique style of fitness is becoming more popular. People are veering and steering away from big gyms, and they're trying out different places. And I think it's to do with the quality of the instruction that they're receiving. It's better. Instructors are better. Personal trainers are better. My hope is one day it becomes a regulated profession. Start flossing that foot. And it's still, if you think of professions, it's in its infancy. There we go. Pull that foot towards you. It's because it's hard to regulate something that evolves so fast. So in some countries it is regulated, just not North America. Anyone can do it. One more. Good. Now, this is the arm that reaches through, or this is the arm that reaches over. First one is like, that ain't going nowhere. Breathe. And back. The objective is to get this stretch around here, and you don't get it on the first time round. Okay, reach through and over. Ooh, second one, a little bit more, breathe. And back. And again. And back. And again. Yep, go. Reach and go. Last time. Breathe, breathe, hold, breathe. Oh, QL. Release. Okay, let the magic occur. We go back into the second hamstring stretch. And there the magic happens. Again, I am now able to go into a deeper, more intense one. We're not looking for intense, but it's easier to get into a deeper square stretch through the back of that leg because now the back is released. And so these are fascial line stretches. And so just to remind you, the line of fascia that we're stretching attaches on the sole of this foot, attaches through the calf, the hamstring goes up through the glute, goes around, one of them goes around the hip, the spiral line, and another one, the posterior line, goes through the erector spinae, up and then attaches in front of the eyeballs. We have another one that goes from this hip and through this shoulder as well, and then through this lat. There are 12 major lines of fascia that work through the body, and they enshroud and envelop the muscle. Every muscle has fascia going over it, but there are 12 main lines. And then out. Easy, easy does it. Bang that a couple of times. Oh, bring that in. Wonderful. In this position, just here, nice and upright, chest up. Through from the side, we're making the letter M. We're going to go for that internal rotation on the hip again. Good. And down. Change. Two more. Last time. Good work. Good work. Hold, hold, hold. Wonderful. Now, take yourself down onto your front. As always, we need to do some wonderful sets of cobras. Take a deep breath in. Reach up. Hold. We're aiming for a stretch through the abdominal wall and down. And again. And down. One more. And down. Oh. Knees apart, toes together, and stretch. And release. Okay, everybody, and there we go. That concludes Nimbly Bimbly with very much an emphasis on hamstring and posterior line stretching today. Ask all to unmute. There we go. So Diane, Kelly, and Linda, you should be feeling like we've opened you up to the world. Your hips should be nice and wobbly.
I'm definitely saving this workout. That was the best so far. That was really, really good.
It's a nice little sequence, isn't it? With
yeah, I really liked that part where we were lunging forward and opening up the front of the leg and then the inside front. That worked beautifully.
Wonderful, wonderful to hear.
I agree with Linda. This is the best one for my little hips and back area.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the feedback. it's when I did this sequence to myself, it did amaze me the difference it made on my posterior chain. And then I always judge it instantly by my ability on how I can squat. And straight away, I noticed that I can keep my body nice and upright, and I can get into a wonderful squat-based position. So it's it's a goodie, that one. I'll be repeating this workout again.
Yeah, that's a definite keeper.
Definitely. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me into your homes. And
Thank you.
I'll be
Thank you.
posting the videos, and also the schedule will come out tonight for the whole of next month as well. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Okay, then take care.
Looking forward,
Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
looking forward with
Bye.
trepidation. It'll be great. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye.